Um, of course, it's very shocking to see what's been going on as of lately in the news when it comes to police brutality or police taking it one step above brutality and taking the lives of people who have families.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's it's terrible, especially to see it on camera. It's been going on for so long, but we didn't
Mm-hmm.
have the technology we have now to actually put it in our face like that.
Right.
But it's a flip side to that also. I mean,
Yes, sir.
what's up, my brother?
How you doing, man?
I'm pretty cool. I can't complain.
That's good. Good to see you. Good to see you healthy.
Yeah, what's going on out here, you got to try to stay healthy. Can't
Yeah,
do what we can
yeah.
do.
Facts, facts. I gotta ask, well, first of all, how are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like as a person, feel me? Like beyond all the other stuff. We'll get into that in one quick second, but like how are you doing, man? Like everybody is living through the gram and living whatever, man, promoting, doing, trying to keep it pushing.
I'm pretty cool. I can't complain. I mean,
Yeah,
it's life, man. You
yeah,
never know what life gonna bring you, man. It wasn't no pamphlet or no directions on life. You know what I mean? So
yeah. You
I'm not as shocked as everybody else.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Do you feel like life experience has helped you maintain that mind state, that mentality?
I guess it's just me. Certain things move me, certain things don't. Certain things I'm prepared for, certain things I'm prepared to go through. Um, Under these circumstances, I'm prepared to go through it. I'm
Yeah,
ready to go through it. You know what I mean? Like, just gotta buckle down sometimes. I mean, I know we all want things the way we want things, but right now it's not that. So we need a little. Everybody need to follow the rules a little bit so we can really get back outside, get back in action, and get back to the things that we do like to do, and the
yeah,
businesses and the hustles and the money and everything.
yeah. What are your thoughts on the? We've talked politics before and Kaepernick, all kinds of stuff. The Black Power movement we last talked about. Yeah, man, that's a relative term for people fighting injustice. Um, Recently we've seen just people really just getting killed in the street. Like it's crazy. Do you have any thoughts or new views on that? What are your thoughts?
Um, of course, it's very shocking to see what's been going on as of lately in the news when it comes to police brutality or police taking it one step above brutality and taking the lives of people who have families.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's it's terrible, especially to see it on camera. It's been going on for so long, but we didn't
Mm-hmm.
have the technology we have now to actually put it in our face like that.
Right.
But it's a flip side to that also. I mean, we could get mad, and we should be mad, and we should fight for that, but we still killing each other in the same breath. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you got you got
Yeah.
you got people that are protesting, go around the corner and do the same to somebody else in where we come from. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we did, but there's no
Yeah.
justification for what's going on. I just think that we need to open our eyes and look at the bigger picture, and that's with ourselves and what's going on with how police is treating us in these circumstances. So I want us to better ourselves, be smarter in the decisions we make when we're angered. That has nothing to do with the other side, and I want us to stand firm when it comes to police taking action against us. That's not just and it's not fair. So
Right. Right.
we gotta be responsible on both ends. That's
Facts.
how I feel about it.
How, how does that happen though? Like I guess we'll get into everything in a sec,
I
but
mean, we're gonna have a narrative, or we're gonna keep it one sided like black people need to do. Half these rappers
nah.
that half these rappers that are posting up what's going on, which is right. These niggas is criminals. They inflict pain. This is what they love to do. They love to catch a op slipping. Catch a op slipping, I'm going to drill. You dig? So who's really the op? If you could drill a op, you could drill a op. So pick your poison.
I feel you.
It's bigger ops out there than the people that we're fighting and things like that. So you know what I mean? And I do respect everybody stepping up and letting their voice be heard, because that's what we need to do more as a people, as a culture. Like, we are very powerful, and we need to come together and stick together more on these issues. But we also need to be responsible with our own issues. And the thing, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard calling the kettle black, even though none of it is right.
Yep.
Got to be responsible, and we got to be able to stand firm. That's how I feel about it.
That's fair enough. And I don't disagree with that. I feel you.
I've took advantage. I've taken advantage of a lot of situations that I shouldn't have. You know what I mean? So I believe there's so many people from my past that probably could be like, Jones, don't start that Martin Luther King, Malcolm X shit when you yourself were the same type of person that you are mad at one point, or for what situation, or for certain situation. This has nothing to do with racism. I'm just talking about the thinking of where we come up from and the options that we had. Like, we forced in a certain type of mind state, you know what I mean, that we never jump out of and shit like that. So when it's done when it's done to us, we kind of react even 10 times. But when it's a personal situation, we become the same person that we hate.
Yeah. I guess and I'm gonna get off this now, because we go on.
I know you always got to do that to me. We'll be tomorrow, be like, Jones is tripping and shit like that. To somebody sit down and really think about it, like, stand firm means by no means we let anybody take advantage of us. We should have been standing firm. We should have been standing tall and protecting our people. You dig? And being responsible is like, don't be a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Straight out flat. And
you know
people
what?
can change, and people have changed. You know what I mean? But don't be a hypocrite. Be responsible. Let's run it all down the line. You know what I mean?
Okay. Leave it right there. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna leave it right there. Leave it right there. You my man.
You got enough out of me today, huh?
You see, I pinned it with a black power fist at the bottom. So.
Nah, it's always black power, but we got to be responsible and smart at the same time.
Yeah.
And we can't just be using everything as an excuse. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, fair enough.
And then go back on IG and get on OnlyFans and go do gambling and doing bingo. You dig? And then every now and then we want to put the black fist up and then get back to OnlyFans. You know what I mean? So it's this type of society we live in. You dig? Anything we can latch on to that seems right is what we want to latch on to for the moment. You heard? Like
what? Go ahead.
No, I'm just speaking.
Now speaking of black power, this is my transition to V Life. Everybody knows you work out, you stay in the gym. But you got V Life. What's that? What is that exactly? I mean,
it's my way of life.
My fault.
Vamp Fit is just an extension of what I've been doing with Vampire Life, and that's who we are. But Vamp Fit is just the fitness department of what I've been doing. I've been liking to work out for years and years, and it's become part of my daily routine. It helps me physically and mentally. It's like probably one of the best psychiatrists that I've had in my life. Is getting into the gym and working that steam off. And now it's kind of like coming to the forefront where I'm actually getting a couple checks for actually doing little fitness things here and there. So it feels good to get paid for something I was going to do anyway. You know what I mean? And it seems that people are reacting to the quarantine fitness. I know a lot of people are stuck in their house with not too many options. All the gyms are closed. So, the things that people usually do during their week is, so I try to give them different variations of workouts they could do at the house with just household items that you could find, things that everybody should have in their house that we could turn it into a nice little workout and get you a good burn and, move that body. Don't just be sitting on the couch, becoming a couch potato. It's not going to look like it's time to go back outside.
Facts. You'd be proud of me, man. I haven't gained a pound yet, man. I ain't lost nothing, but I ain't gained nothing either.
But you stuck in the middle. That's a perfect place to be. You know what I mean? You ain't got to add no more to your goals. You did?
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But I was already sitting down most of the day anyway, so I get up for my hour.
Yeah, you got to start getting up, man. You go outside, walk around the block a couple times, you know what I mean? Smell of fresh air. We definitely need the fresh air. We definitely need the sunlight. The body needs that. Those are nutrients and things that happen when the body reacts to the energy of the sun and things like that. Like everybody needs that. I'm not saying go outside and be with your homeboys. I'm saying go outside, get you some fresh air. You know what I mean? Keep your social distancing, but definitely you need that to live. You need that for life. Like plants can't live without sun, and we're a reflection of a plant. You know what I mean? Like we got to get our sun in. We got to get our water in. Like we need certain things. You did so.
Melanated people, soak up the sun. You know?
Yeah, I mean, but for anybody though. I mean, I know I know we got a plus when it comes to the sun, but for everybody in life, like we all need the sun to survive. Like there's no way around it. You know what I mean? Like just that.
So I learned that you guys are getting into gaming. Dipset is getting into the gaming biz. Can you speak on that a little bit? I never even knew that.
Oh yeah, we started we entered into the gaming business as we go on, we're sophisticated. Shout outs to the hip hop gamer. We've been gaming live on, I believe, this Facebook. They have a component where we could play video games and the fans could come on and watch us and interact with us and things like that. That was the first component, but we putting together a streaming team, just like we used to have street teams. We putting together a streaming team now when it comes to video games and gaming and things like that are kind of be our ambassadors for diplomats. And we've been searching for some great gamers the same way we search for dope talent, you know what I mean, to put on our gaming team. And once we compile a great amount of players that really understands gaming, we gonna activate a little bit more. My son has been helping a lot, leading the torch. I mean, he's real good when it comes to computers, and he likes gaming, Call of Duties, and all this type of games. He's actually the one that hooked everything up for me. So it works now. I get to involve my son in something that he likes to do. And if you don't know, gaming is one of them businesses that make a shitload of money, man. multi billion dollar business.
It's bigger than pornography, bro. Like I was like, wow,
100%. It's crazy. Like when videos come out, they going diamond and before the day is out. Like 10 million video games sold at $60 a pop.
Exactly.
Look at that. You know what I mean? $1 billion in a day, shit like that. Like it's crazy.
Crazy money. I interviewed this artist named KSI out of the UK. And I had heard of him, but I heard of him through boxing because he did a boxing match and he headlined the whole boxing match on pay-per-view, sold out everything. I'm looking for a boxer named KSI, and the wiki kept saying gamer. I kept saying gamer and YouTuber, and I was like, who is this boxer? Somebody that spammed his Wikipedia page, but it wasn't that. He an actual gamer. He just got a huge following as a gamer and sold out a pay-per-view. And I was like, wow, I'm sleeping.
So they got championships, like the same amount of people that come to the Super Bowl, the same amount of kids go to these gaming championships and be lit and be hype and going crazy. Like it's a real whole world of this when it comes to gaming and shit like that. So and there's a lot that I'm learning too, but there's definitely a business that us as a culture need to invade. You know what I mean? Like it's some money to be made in there, especially be so impressed. We lead the torch and everything else, and so we might as well add gaming to what we're doing.
Yeah. How is Dipset as a company? I mean, I never knew the structure of Dipset as a company. Are you the co-owner? Is Cam the whole owner? Like, how does that break down? Like Wu-Tang, for example, we know kind of how that's broken down. Are y'all?
As a business or as a movement?
Well, I mean, as a business.
I mean, usually work like Cam is the Don. I'm the underboss.
Yeah.
Joel's is the prince, but Joel's is a king now,
Yeah.
And then we have Zeke. But as far as business is concerned, it always been to a point where Cam kind of struck all the deals with at least the business side. Like a lot of deals that I bring to the table, but Cam is so dope when it comes to getting what we deserve with deals and things like that. And he always took over after I bring a lot of the deals to the table, and it worked like that. Yeah, we always fall in line when it comes to diplomats. There's no man higher than the other, but there's a chain of command per se when it comes to doing business. Even though we all have our input and what we would like to see happen or what we want to see happen moving forward with business, and everybody has their opinion, but the final say so comes out of Cam's mouth, or whatever our combined answer is comes out of Cam's mouth. Like he would be letting people inside of the office know exactly what we want to happen. He's always going to be our spokesperson when it comes to the diplomats.
That's dope. I can appreciate that. I can salute that. You have a recording. You got a label now, right? Like VL Recordings.
Well, more of a distribution thing. I kind of shied away from actually signing artists like to a label type of thing, because it seems to me that it's more of babysitting than it is signing an artist. And I got a son who's 17. I'm doing all the babysitting I need. I can't really sit up there and babysit another grown man, no matter how talented he is. You know what I mean? Like, it works for some, because some people are hustlers that get into this game, so they know how to hold their own. But for the most part, the artists, there's a big responsibility if you're dealing with a real artist when it comes to music. So I've been giving people distribution platforms through VL Empire. I put a few artists out already. As you can see, I'll show you this board that I've been putting together. A little bit of how it works. So this board is, how you turn this around. So if you see this board, these are like a wish list of some of the artists that I've been getting in contact with and things like that.
Oh wow, okay.
Do business with. So I print them out. These are a couple other artists right here. I print them out. All the artists that I like, I post them up. And then I have my team. I have my team get in contact with them. I see what they got going on, if they have a situation or how they've been working a situation, and tell them, and see if they want to do some business. And this distribution platform that I'm offering to them is a non-exclusive distribution platform, but it's a great thing to have distribution, because you always could use your distribution portal to say, like, if we put a project out together through VL Empire and you end up popping in a year and end up doing other business with bigger labels, whatever, however it may go, you still have that same distribution that you can put other artists through and funnel them through that same distribution. And it kind of works in your favor that way. By no means, nobody is locked in. This is not a label deal I'm giving you. I'm not signing you as an artist. I'm just giving you a platform to get your business right. And labels look at certain things, and if they see that you're already in the lane of doing good business, and it even gives you a one hand up when it comes to doing further business with them. So, and then there's not too many people that get involved with artist development. I won't say I want to manage artists. I want to say I want to sign artists, but I always like to give people that help when it comes to artist development, but just being a man, or just giving people sound advice from all of the mistakes that I made and the experience that I had in this game. You know what I mean? Like, I would want somebody to give me the same type of advice that I could give to this younger generation or these younger artists and things like that. So, that's what I've been doing and curating when it comes to this VL distribution of VL records. You know what I mean? And I have a few people that have been helping me put all these things together. So we're going to start to put out a lot of music, and that's a great thing.
That's dope. What do you look for when you add somebody to that board? What are you looking for? What strikes you?
Always the music strikes me first. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times when I do choose an artist, I like to close my eyes and listen to the music instead of watching the music, if you understand what I'm saying. Sometimes you could be fooled by the perception of an artist's image or a person's image, because they do have more than another person might have. So when it comes to me first engaging in the artist, how I like to do is kind of close my eyes and listen to the music. And then if it's something that kind of make me feel something, I open my eyes and see exactly who the person is, if they got the full package, or if I can help them get the full package, or if they got the lifestyle that adds to the music, or we need to add the lifestyle to the music. And these are things that I will tell that person as we gear up to do business together. So maybe he could know different things he needs to attack as he's creating more music and we're doing business together, If that makes sense. I know I ramble on a lot, but I hope I make
that makes sense.
A little bit of sense.
Now you want to feel the music first. That's all. I get it, and then go from there.
Yeah, but there are people that can sell lifestyle like myself, but that's a whole nother realm. Like, I really got to feel it. I got to feel it beyond belief that, like, oh, this kid's special. He's gonna go no matter what. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what it is, they're gonna give him a lane to blow. So that don't happen too often.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What are you thinking about these versus battles? You guys, you know, Dipset want to get in there, like, you know, Dipset versus I don't know, Rockefeller or something.
Nah, I'm not a good sport like that.
Dipset versus G Unit. Come on.
I'm not a good sport like that. I'm not a good sport like that. You
Yeah,
dig? I'd rather
yeah.
be in front of you. We gonna do versus. You got to be right here. You got to be right in front of me. You heard? I'm not really
Yeah,
into the over the internet games. I know it's supposed to be in good spirits, but somebody say something slick or something I don't like, it's gonna turn real bad, and you can't even do nothing to a person because you on this fucking. So I'm just like, me personally, I stay away from that type of shit. I mean, I appreciate all the love and the fan support and the catalog. The only person I would want to do it with, because I know it would be fun if we did have a chance, would be the Locks. That would be the
the
only people
locks.
that,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that
Because
would
it's
be
New
good.
York. We grew up together. We really know each other. We got a lot of
Yeah,
history in common. We could talk about a lot of history in common. I believe that would be a very fruitful, engaging versus, especially
yeah.
for New York. You know what I mean? Especially
Right.
for the town. Like if you're from the
Yeah,
town, you're gonna love that versus. Like, of course you are. So
yeah.
that would be something I'm looking more forward to being a part of, as opposed to like putting up against people that we really thought were our competition per se. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Real.
Like they
Yeah.
were, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
so you
That
dig?
makes
Like,
perfect sense. Perfect sense. Um, are you recording a new album?
yeah,
Working?
I put the
Okay.
studio in my house. So
Nice.
I put a few things in my house so that I wouldn't have to go outside and I could make some money from it. So I definitely been recording. Just been going in every day. I've been recording myself for the most part. Then Meat
Yeah.
showed me this little thing the other day where it's kind of Star Trekky. And I actually been I had hooked my engineer up and they found a whole nother loop. So we got a way to record from inside the house, like we in the studio, and your engineer could be in Africa. It wouldn't matter where he's at and things like that. So
That's
just
dope.
been in here being creative. Got green screen in here. I got the gym in here for when I do all my fitness stuff.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
Chrissy got a bar. She's about to start doing her own little live show when it comes to mixing cocktails and engaging in her fan base with different guests. And it's kind of dope concept that she has. I'm looking forward to seeing her do that. We got the whole gaming consoles, and so I turned my basement into a Superman cave that turned into money, and
Yeah.
I'm happy for it.
Superman cave. Okay. Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. So quarantine ain't bothering you at all.
No. I'm chilling. I'm cool. I'm cool in
Yeah.
Moby. I
Yeah.
got enough weed. I got that saucy on deck. You heard?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Talk
Sauce
on it.
on
Speak on
deck.
it. Now,
You
I'm not.
heard?
I know. I know. Now, how's the business going? I mean, obviously, weed is big business, and you selling lifestyle and culture with it, but overall, you know, how's it going for you?
It's going pretty good. I have some great partners. With any business that you start in, there's going to be obstacles, but if if it's still looking up, then them obstacles are warranted. Like I I want all obstacles to come my way, because once you beat them, the sky's the limit. But for the most part, the business is great. We're in over 100 stores in California right now. We working on our second year of business. We just had a 1 year anniversary a
Yep.
couple months ago. It's dope, man. Just to be selling the same thing that we used to get in trouble for, running around Harlem. They lock us up for a blunt. You got to go through the system for a damn blunt, and now everything is turning legal. States are turning legal. It's probably one of the most lucrative businesses you could be in since the .com boom.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the midst of this quarantine, and not to be like that, but weed is a medication, and these dispensaries, you gotta have it's pharmaceutical, right? So it's still booming in the midst of the quarantine because people need their medication. So I feel that I was lucky enough to be involved in a great business and have some good partners. And that's another thing when it comes to business, to have partners that you understand and you'll both have the same goals, and you know what I mean, and y'all can have a great acumen together is dope, man. Like, so shouts to Alex Todd, shouts to my man Paulie, shouts to all the saucy boys. We'll be back on the road in no time. Just let all this clear up. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. You do you do you have like a favorite strand, or you know what I mean, like favorite type of
I'm
weed?
more of an OG smoker, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm more of an OG smoker. Sour diesel, I'm an old school New York sour diesel
Right.
type of guy. From our line, from Saucy, Mac One and Basquiat probably would be my favorite ones that I smoke out of the Saucy. But keep in mind, this is a medicine, so we want to have the variety that people like. So it's a lot of different varieties of flower that we sell, but the ones that I like as of now is the Basquiat and the Mac One. But I'm definitely a big OG smoker,
Gotcha.
big OG smoker.
Do you ever get down? Like, you always seem in good spirits. Do you ever get down, depressed?
I
Do you
get
ever
down a
get,
lot. I'm I'm
yeah?
I'm always down a lot, but you know,
Okay.
me being down doesn't mean I should bring everybody else down with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's this lesson that I need to learn with being in the house. Um, a lot of the times we put on for the people outside the house so that they won't see the hurt or the down or what a person's going through, and then you come home and you give all of that to the person that you're in the house with, and kind of got to be the same way in the house. Like, you know, I want to make sure that
Yeah.
within my household is the same energy that I'm giving to you that makes you feel like, man, is this nigga ever down? Or the same
Yeah.
energy I want to make sure that I always create in this household for my son and for my lady and things like that. So, you know, but for the
Yeah.
most part, you know, I'm sound. I mean, I'm happy. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
at peace, but I'm happy. I'm in a great space in life. I've done a lot in life.
Mm.
I have no regrets. For everything that I have, for my family now wanting. I have a beautiful son, I have a beautiful lady, my family that loves me. I can buy what I want when I want. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a whole
Yeah.
man. I stand up to P, straight up and down. There's no way around that. I don't
Yeah.
compromise my dignity for anyone. I've learned to humble myself in certain situations, but being humble is a hard act. Is a hard thing at times.
Mm.
I've been working on my pride because pride is one of the biggest diseases for Black men. Um,
Mm.
it's a lot of things, you know.
Yeah.
I'm a work in progress, and I'm happy to be a work in progress because I could be
Yeah.
very ignorant about certain things and not realize that I am a work in progress. So, you know, I say my prayers a lot. I'm a fan of God. I have faith in God. You heard?
Yeah.
I
I feel
always
you.
have faith in God. I've been raised in the church. That doesn't mean that the things that I've done wasn't wrong, but I always pray to God and tell him that he knows my sins been pure because, you know, we up against a lot and
Yeah.
try to take
Facts.
advantage of the situations we have. So, you know, I'm happy. I can't
You
complain
gotta,
about too much.
if you can. So for everybody that's looking, Jim, we kind of go back all the way to when I wrote a cover story in the Source magazine for the Source magazine, and Jim gave me a ride home. Like, Jim was like the most person I had talked to during that time. But something happened after you dropped me off when I was in Brooklyn, and you keep talking about your son, I always think about that, and I'm like, oh wow, this is the same son that
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 happened,
that
man. After I
that night.
dropped you off.
Can you tell people that story?
Uh, yeah, I had finally got my first source cover, and they said they're gonna send a journalist to come write the story. Ended up being this guy. Had great energy, so you know I don't offer too many people rides and shit like that home, especially no journalists from the source and shit like that. So we started off with a great rapport, and I ended up driving him home. When I dropped him off, we was in Brooklyn. I ended up trying to get into something else. So I head towards Flatbush. While I'm speeding down, I believe it's Flatbush Avenue, I run a light. Police pull me over. It was a female cop, a black female cop.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
she had a captain with her. She pulls me over. She says, "Damn, Jim, I didn't know this was you. I would let you go, but I got a captain with me. I gotta kind of, you know, let me get your license registration." You know, I was that point. I was a little bit. I was on my Jim Jones shit. I definitely didn't have no license. I had all the cars. I was riding dirty at the time. Which raised a red flag in my eye. So I get out the vehicle. She searched me. Handcuffed me. She searched the car. That's how you know there's a God. She didn't find nothing when she searched the car, but they had to take me to the precinct. Took me to a precinct in Brooklyn, somewhere in Flatbush. When we get in the precinct, asked to get a phone call. I called a friend whose father had something to do with the law back in the days. They was able to come get my truck while I was locked up. I was able to release my truck to them, so that cleared me from anything else that could possibly happen. So now I was in the jail. Then I get a call that my son is being born and I'm locked up. So now this causes me to panic. They want to send me downtown to Brooklyn to the jails, and I just flip out and I threaten to cause a riot as soon as I touch the wherever they send me at in Brooklyn. And it ain't nothing gonna be nice.
Right.
Captain calls downtown. They told him, "Now we don't want him down here. Don't send that boy down here." End up getting a disappearance ticket. They end up letting me out. But before they let me out, I was still in handcuffs. The police officer had actually lost the keys. She had to go to the house, get her keys, come back to the precinct, unhandcuff me, and I was finally able to get out, go get my truck, and I still made it to the hospital to see my son being born. Incredible.
Wow. That's a great story, man. I never get tired of hearing that, man, because you know the fatherhood narrative, man. You know what they say a lot of times about Black men and their fathers, and things of that nature, man. I never get tired of that story. It's a great story.
I love my son, man. I'm proud to be a father. I didn't have one, so I always look forward to doing for mine what wasn't done for me, and I'm doing pretty good at it.
Yeah, happy early Father's Day.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, for sure. So do you have any, the album talk? Is it any dates involved in that? Any themes?
No, there's no dates. I just want to put out some music. I'm about to put out like 6 records. 6 records I had from the El Capo album that I never released.
Okay.
Do a little bit of bonus with that. Then I'm gonna start working on a real project, which will probably be my next album. And on side of that, I'm gonna do a mixtape. I want to do another Bird Gang album. So I got a couple plans.
Yeah,
musically, what I want to do. The clock is ticking up. My son got 2 more years before he graduated, and I got 2 more years before I put up the peace sign and this shit.
What you mean? You talking retirement?
I'm not talking retirement. I'm talking about I'm deucing niggas. I don't retirement.
You'll kick them out, man. Soon he graduate.
You know what I mean? I'm out. It's been real. I mean, I'm always gonna be here doing business. This is a business of mine, but I won't be spending my time stressing out about if I need to be relevant in the game, or if I need to be actually a part of the game, or trying to keep up with what's going on in the game. You know what I mean? Like, I've done enough. We've done a lot as a collective, diplomats, and Jim Jones himself has. I've been blessed.
But Jim, you one of the few rappers that are OGs that's getting better. You and Styles P, ironically with the locks, are probably, don't quote me exactly, but y'all like the 2 that's just getting better and better. I mean, there's other people too,
but they're not paying us for getting better. You heard? Yeah. And when you speak to Styles P, tell him I made that statement and see if he concurs.
Yeah, he just dropped a project, so we'll catch up.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, he'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And us getting better is just because we live life. We getting older, we getting better. So the knowledge that we have is even iller than before. You know what I mean? When you can get back and sit back and look at a picture and analyze the picture instead of being in the picture, you can't see the picture.
Yeah, facts.
You heard? Yeah. You can't see what's going on when you're in the midst of it. But when you're outside and you're looking at the bigger picture, it's easy to pick things apart. It's easy to get, you know what I mean? So from my standpoint, we both kind of stand back now looking at the bigger picture, because we're not in the midst of the street no more. We're not doing the things we once did when we was younger. Like, the things that we once wanted to be like or once wanted, those are not the things that we want anymore. But we still are in this game, and we can observe and look at things a little from a bird's eye view now, and it's a little bit different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Just tell everybody we got a little bit more time. If y'all want to ask some questions, jump in. I see a lot of comments, people saying a number of things. I want to ask you this, and this is a general statement, but a lot has changed with the game and the streets, the relationship between the streets and the rules have been challenged and things of that sort.
The rules have been tainted.
Tainted. A lot too. What are you thinking about these days? Is this stuff like what are your thoughts, and do you get down on that? The fact that these changes are so real.
I'm just glad that I don't live the life that I once used to live, where I depend on the loyalty of the streets in certain situations.
Right.
Then it would be bad. But
right.
You know, I'm fortunate to be here and be able to talk about how much the streets have been tainted now. You know what I mean? When you live it, it might be a little bit different for me in the way I lash out and how it may frustrate me. But looking at it from my point, this shit is disgusting. It makes me sick to see what's going on and the angles that people are using when it comes to portraying being a gangster in the street. You know what I mean? Like, we all know being a rebel is very profitable when it comes to being an artist. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
But it's two sides to every coin. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes the reward ain't worth the risk that you want to take. Most people ain't strong enough to stand up to the circumstance that comes with the risk that you did take if it don't go your way.
Yeah. True
you know
story.
what I mean?
True story.
And the media is built to keep certain narratives alive. That's their job. So as you see what's going on, the only way we talk about it is because the media is talking about it. The more the media puts it out there, the more people get to engage in it. No matter if it's a good thing or a bad thing, you give somebody something to engage in, they're going to engage. They're going to give their opinion. It don't matter whether it's a good opinion or bad opinion. It's an opinion, and that adds to the pot.
Facts. Super. All right, enough said. Let me ask you. I got a question. My man Jeff Watkins out there, filmmaker. He my partners in some ways. We work together. He asked, "Is there going to be a Dipset documentary dropping at any point?"
Well, when it comes to the Dips, we're actually trying to figure out if we're going to do like a Dipset series, movie. But the documentary, yes, but the documentary is very intricate and has a lot of moving parts. So to say when or if anytime soon, I can't say that, because we really want to do a real documentary that it probably will blow a lot of people's mind, but it's not going to happen overnight. We need some real people that know how to, you know what I mean? Do history, due diligence, do research. Like, it's not going to be easy task. But as far as the movie, like, we're looking forward to actually doing a movie on us or doing a TV show about who we are and our lifestyle and shit like that, like how Wu-Tang got their shit. You know what I mean? So definitely.
Dope. Did you see the Wu-Tang series?
I watched a couple episodes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But just to see, like, just the documented footage of them really having documented footage of them back in the days coming outside, like, yo, we're about to go pump some crack. Like, nigga, what? I got that footage. Like, it's just some people were just lucky and too many steps ahead of the game for certain people. Like, wow, that should give me chills when I was watching them little clips and shit, to see that they was on it like that. Like, now we documenting everything, even us selling crack. That was Instagram back then. You know what I mean? That was Twitter back then. They was wilding for that. But it's needed right now in 2020. Like, I'm so happy they did that we got to see that, because it takes me back to my heyday and shit like that, just to watch them operate. But I've always been a Wu-Tang fan from when they were saying Method Man was the new nicest rapper in the game, and MATHOD. They was giving Meth all the props when Meth first came out, and then Wu-Tang bubbled, and lo and behold, you had Raekwon with that purple pack, and that purple pack stayed on my deck the whole summer.
Woo! I mean, beyond classic, that joint. Word. Definitely. Somebody asked, can they get Saucy in Chicago? Is it there yet?
It's not there yet. I believe that we have the agreements and stuff, but when it comes to having weed in each state, you have to have license in that state, and you have to be able to grow the weed in that state to sell the weed in that state. You know what I mean? And when it comes to growing weed, it's very technical. You know what I mean? It's scientific, very scientific, but you got to have a great farmer, such a person who understands soil, geography, like how the
Yeah.
soil grows over here, or do we have to, like, it's a lot to it, but we'll be hopefully multi-operating in different states in no time.
All right. Matt asked about you and artists from the UK. UK is popping. The hip hop there is crazy right now. I love the UK hip hop, the grime, like almost all of it. Do you listen to anything outside the States, and would you like collaborate with somebody?
I fuck with, like, as the new artist, like the sound. Yeah, I'm always familiar with the sound, but I'm a little bit old. I like Booba. I fuck with Booba from out there. Like,
Booba! Ah!
it's my guy. Like, this is,
Yeah.
I don't know French or anything like that, but
Yeah.
his presence. You could feel, like, you watch him on YouTube. Like, so I met him through an artist of mine's name. Well, not of mine, it's an artist I was in when I was on a European tour. His name was Better. Very wealthy kid from Georgia,
Right,
and
right.
we were doing music together while we were on the road, and he was telling me about how dope Booba was, and that was maybe about 10 years ago. And just kind of, so every time I see him, like, he's American, he's been in Miami and shit like that, I always dap him up. Shouts to Booba. But yeah, they got some dope music. Their production out there is ill. Like, it's really fire. Like, RIP to Pop Smoke, he took advantage of that whole UK sound and really took advantage. Like, that sound was about to push him to a whole nother stratosphere. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And he was about to be the next one for New York. Like, it's like every 10 years, New York get one that can't nobody touch. And it seems like he was moving in that direction, coining that sound for the United States. So, RP to Pop.
Fact. You there? I think I lost you. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I think I lost Jim, y'all. Let's see if he come back. Oh, hold up. He's coming back right now. Oh, you good?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. All right. Did you know Pop Smoke?
No, I haven't had the chance to meet the young fella.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, me neither. Actually, we had interviewed all these Brooklyn drill rappers, and he was one of them we didn't get. You know what I mean? So we kind of missed
Shout out to
him.
Brooklyn. They definitely, for New York, they definitely carved a way up for us. Like, it's been a tough
Yeah.
battle when it comes to the different sides of the country when it comes to music, and New York has been lagging like a computer in the, you know what I mean? But in the past recent years, these young kids from Brooklyn, shout outs to Rowdy, you know what I mean? Shout outs to Bobby, who kind of coined that whole sound and bringing that to the forefront with the dance. You heard, you gotta give them all that. They open a hell of a lane for young kids to come up through in Brooklyn, as you see now, the 5-0 as the Pop Smoke, and they got, you know what I mean? Like, they got their whole shit moving out there, and I gotta really give Brooklyn their props when it comes to putting on for our city, man. I tip my hat to y'all.
Yeah, they doing it. They definitely doing
But
it.
Harlem, we coming. We got a bunch of bombs in Harlem about to set off. I'm about to light the fuse, and man, y'all better run. I'm telling you, because these boys is talented.
Man, y'all New York natives, man, y'all gotta get that up. Y'all gotta work. When is New York going unified, man? That's why New York. Come on now, I'm telling the truth.
We are unifying, but New York is built on competition, and I love it. That's what the rap game is built on, and that's a little bit of what we losing today. Beef and competition are two different things. There was a time that artists were very competitive, and I mean, even the Jay-Z's and the Biggies and everybody, is a very competitive sport. You know what I mean? But people start mixing the beef with the competition, and they hold that as one. It's not one. You know what I mean? Like, it's a thin line between that. But this is a game that's built on competition in every form or level of this shit, from the drip to the lingo to the way you walk to the way you rap to the bars. Like, trust me, you dig? Like, when we go to the club and we know there's other rappers gonna be there, we want to be the flyest nigga in the spot. When we go to the radio, we want to make sure we got the illest freestyle these niggas ever heard. Like, you dig? Like, it's like that. It's definitely like that. You know what I mean? So, but what I've been seeing in New York is a lot of camaraderie, no matter whatever the competition is and shit like that. But that's how we move. That's how we get inspired. Like, oh, they rocking. Now we got to. That's in New York, promoting separation. I'm separation. I want everybody to get busy and get some. You know what I mean? And I'm giving Brooklyn their props. That's a Harlem nigga giving Brooklyn their props.
That's big. That's dope. Somebody from Canada wants you to come up there. Shout out to Real Talk. If Canada's so close,
I gotta have Drake call them people so I could get through.
Oh yeah, you had some problems at one point, didn't you? Yeah, you did, right?
Yeah, they shut me down my last time trying to go to Canada. You know what I mean? I need the OVO family to call up and put a word in for the capo. Word.
Yo, shout out to my man Bobby out there. What's good, Bobby? Bobby's another filmmaker. You got a lot of filmmakers, man. You started out as a like a director, right? When you gave it up?
I'm still a director. I mean, I've directed all the videos people seen from the El Capo, me and my partner Shula.
Okay.
247 Films, what's up? Miami, what's up? But yeah, all the videos and the visuals that you've seen from me, from my project, is definitely directed by El Capo, the visionary.
Okay, all right. Yeah, good quality. I was looking at the joint you just dropped with Fab. That was like a little movie.
Yeah. I mean, all my I try to. Well, that's what I like. Very cinematic videos and shit like that. So when you see most of my videos, it kind of puts you in that mood and shit like that. So that's my kind of vibe. Hopefully I'll be able to really direct a real movie soon and get a little budget of some sort, even if it's like Netflix or something. But I know I got a vicious eye and I'm very creative when it comes to the camera and the aesthetic that needs to be seen and the story that needs to be told. So hopefully all these filmmakers that's on here watching, you can DM me. Let's figure some shit out. Let's make one. Let's cook up.
All right, no doubt. Somebody said, "Why don't you come to Newark, New Jersey?"
I love Newark. What happened?
Yeah.
Where you were at Springfield Boulevard. What side of Newark you at? Where you at?
Where they at? I don't know where they at. Shout
where
out
you
to
at?
252.
You want me to have you meet you somewhere, huh? Or you want to meet me somewhere in Newark? You don't want to meet me nowhere where I'm gonna go in Newark.
Newark.
That's the whole Newark. Assalamu alaikum to all my Muslims, man. Free Daddy Yo, that's for life, man. Sheik, what's up?
Speaking of which, can we get Jewels out, man? People getting out left and right for this corona. We got what's the latest?
Shouts to King Jewels. He gonna be home sooner than you think. You know what I mean? If it was up to me, I would let the people know, but just know my boys be back. You heard? Be back on his 1-2, that is. So, I'm looking forward to seeing him come back, get back with his family. I mean, I don't know what his dreams and his goals are, but for me, I would like him to see him get right back in that booth and really put some music out, put steam on these niggas, because he's still so fire. You know what I mean? And he's still respected amongst all the younger generation that's coming up and shit like that. Like, he was one of the younger people from out of Dipset that kind of paved a nice way for other people from the younger generation to look at, to aspire to be like and shit like that. You know what I mean? We all have our demons we fight, but he good. He got his weight up. His complexion's clear. So, let's get him back out here. Let's get these movies done. Let's get some music done. Let's just have some fun. Let's live life. I mean, let's get him back on track. He gonna get back on track regardless, because he's a hustling motherfucker.
All right. We rounding out the last few minutes, y'all. Y'all got some questions for Jim? I mean, my man got a lot of wisdom to share right now. I hope y'all were listening. All of this will be archived on the site, by the way, allhiphop.com, just so everybody knows. We're going to put the whole video out. But, definitely. Anything else you wanted to share with people?
Oh, no, it's just been a pleasure up here talking with you. It's always great to talk with somebody who knows a little bit about nothing,
Right. A little, more than, a lot, man. I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you back, man. Shout out to everybody who tuned in, man. Stay safe, man. Do your social distancing. Hopefully this thing will be over soon, man. Until then, stay out the way, man. Do us all a favor. Ain't no way to get back if we don't do the right thing, man. I'm a firm believer in that. I don't know what's going on, if it's true, if it's not true. Stay your ass in the house, because I personally know people that passed away, and when you go through that, you know it's real. So keep
Facts.
it.
Shout out to my homegirl Nikki Duncan Smith out there. She's one of the other OGs doing her thing. You know what I mean? She's a beautiful soul. You know what I mean? So shout out to her.
Shout out to Nikki.
Yeah. All right, my brother. Appreciate you. We're gonna keep up. Stay safe.
All right, bro. Have a good
All
one,
right.
Chuck.
Salute.
Yeah.